Pakistan History, 1947 to present *, Pakistan Key History *, Part 1, Dream to Creation. Before 1947, Sir Syed Ahmad Khan or Aligarh Movement Allama Iqbal Ka Khwab, Alag Mulk Ka Tasawwur, Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah Key Leadership Muslim League. Key Koshish * Partition 1947. Millions of Sacrifices * Title Pakistan From Dream to Reality Part 1 * Part 2 Struggles and Challenges 1947 to 1971 * Naya Mulk Key Difficulties Refugees Economy Constitution * Liaquat Ali Khan Arpeli Hukumat * Ayab Khan Martial Law or Developments * 1965 Ka India-Pakistan War * 1971 Ka Crisis or East Pakistan Separation Bangladesh Title Pakistan Struggles of a Young Nation Part 2 Part 3 Rise Crises and Today 1971 Present * Zulfikar Ali Bhutto or Democratic Struggle * Dia-ul-Haq or Islamization * Benazir Bhutto and Nawaz Sharif Era * 1998 Nuclear Tests Pakistan as Atomic Power * 2000s Musharraf Era and War on Terror * Recent Governments Imran Khan Shehbaz Sharif Aj Ka Pakistan Challenges and Hopes for Future Title Pakistan Journey of Survival and Hope Part 3 Pakistan History From Dream to Reality Opening Scene * Narrator Voice * Every great nation begins with a dream, and Pakistan was no exception. A dream born in the hearts of millions, carried by poets, scholars, and leaders who envisioned a land where Muslims of the subcontinent could live with freedom, dignity, and identity. This is the story of Pakistan from dream to reality. Early struggles, the seeds of awareness * long before the idea of Pakistan took shape. Indian Muslims were living under British colonial rule after the decline of the Mughal Empire. The once glorious civilization had fallen into poverty, ignorance, and political weakness. Amid this darkness, Sir Syed Ahmad Khan emerged as a guiding light. After witnessing the brutal events of the 1857 War of Independence, he realized that Muslims could not survive without modern education and unity. He founded the Aligarh Movement and emphasized English education, science, and modern thinking. Sir Syed did not directly call for a separate country, but he planted the seed of a separate Muslim identity. He famously said, "Hindus and Muslims are two nations as different from each other as a cow and a lion." This idea later became the foundation of the two-nation theory. Allama Iqbal, the poet of the East * in the early 20th century, Indian Muslims were struggling to define their future. Then came Allama Muhammad Iqbal, the philosopher and poet who gave voice to Muslim aspirations. Through his poetry, he awakened the sleeping spirit of the youth. Iqbal dreamed of a land where Muslims could freely practice their religion, culture, and traditions. In his famous Allahabad address of 1930, Iqbal clearly expressed the idea of a separate homeland in the northwestern regions of India. Narrator * Iqbal did not just write poetry. He gave Muslims a vision of freedom, honor, and self-respect. Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, the leader, the dream needed a leader, and that leader was Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Originally a member of the Indian National Congress, Jinnah worked for Hindu-Muslim unity. But as years passed, he realized that the Hindu majority was unwilling to give equal rights to Muslims. By the late 1930s, Jinnah became the undisputed leader of the All India Muslim League. His clarity, discipline, and strong willpower earned him the title of Quaid-e-Azam, the Great Leader. The slogan began to echo across the subcontinent. Pakistan ka matlab kya? La ilaha illallah. What is the meaning of Pakistan? There is no God but Allah. The Lahore Resolution -1940. The turning point came on 23rd March 1940 in Lahore. More than 100,000 Muslims gathered at Minto Park, today's Iqbal Park, where the Lahore Resolution was passed. It demanded separate states for Muslims in the northwestern and eastern parts of India. This day is remembered as Pakistan Resolution Day, the world now knew. Muslims were not asking for autonomy, they were demanding a homeland. The road to independence, the years between 1940 and 1947 were full of struggle. The Muslim League grew stronger under Jinnah's leadership. While the British prepared to leave India after World War II, the Hindu-majority Congress tried to dominate, but Muslims stood firm. The 1946 elections proved that the Muslim League represented the voice of almost all Indian Muslims. Jinnah declared, "We are a nation with our own distinct culture and civilization, language and literature, art and architecture, names and nomenclature, sense of values and proportion, legal laws and moral code. In short, we have our own distinctive outlook on life." Partition and the birth of Pakistan, 1947. Finally, the moment arrived. On the 14th of August 1947, Pakistan was born. A new country carved out of the Indian subcontinent. Millions celebrated, waving green flags with the white crescent and star. But freedom came at a terrible cost. The partition led to one of the largest migrations in history. Nearly 15 million people crossed borders. Families were torn apart. Trains arrived full of corpses, and rivers of blood flowed in Punjab and Bengal. Nearly 1 million people lost their lives in the chaos. They had nothing but hope. Hope in a land that promised them dignity, safety, and freedom. Despite the tragedy, Pakistan emerged as the world's first Islamic republic, with Karachi as its first capital and Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah as its first Governor-General. Quaid-e-Azam's vision in his speeches. Jinnah laid down the foundation of Pakistan, equal rights for all citizens regardless of religion, a modern, democratic state based on Islamic principles of justice, education and economic development for progress. But Pakistan's journey was only beginning. It was a new nation with limited resources, millions of refugees, and hostile neighbors. Pakistan was not given to us as a gift. It was earned through sweat, tears, and blood. The dream of Sir Syed, the vision of Allama Iqbal, and the leadership of Quaid-e-Azam turned into a reality on the night of the 14th of August 1947. But this was just the beginning. Ahead lay struggles, sacrifices, wars, and challenges that would test the very soul of this young nation. Pakistan History Struggles of a Young Nation, 1947 to 1971, narrator voice. Pakistan was born out of a dream, but dreams are not enough to build nations. From its very first day, Pakistan faced enormous challenges: poverty, refugee crises, lack of resources, political instability, and hostile neighbors. The years from 1947 to 1971 were years of struggle, years that tested the spirit of this young nation. The early days, 1947-1948, when Pakistan came into being, it inherited almost nothing. Out of the 4,000 officers of the Indian Civil Service, only 101 were Muslim. Out of the 11 armories of British India, Pakistan received none. Even its capital had no proper government offices. Millions of refugees arrived from India, homeless and starving. Camps were set up in Karachi, Lahore, and other cities. The government had to provide shelter, food, and security to them. A gigantic task for a newborn state. Despite all odds, the people of Pakistan stood united. Volunteers, social workers, and ordinary citizens worked day and night to help the refugees. But the greatest tragedy struck when Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah passed away on the 11th of September 1948, just 13 months after independence. His death created a vacuum that Pakistan struggled to fill for decades. Kashmir issue, the unfinished agenda. From day one, Pakistan's relations with India were tense. The princely state of Jammu and Kashmir, with a Muslim-majority population, was expected to join Pakistan, but its Hindu ruler chose to accede to India. This led to the first war between Pakistan and India in 1947-48. Pakistan's tribal fighters and soldiers liberated parts of Kashmir, which became known as Azad Kashmir, but the rest of Kashmir remained under Indian control. The United Nations intervened and promised a plebiscite, a promise that remains unfulfilled to this day. Asterisk. Narrator. Asterisk. Kashmir became the unfinished business of partition, a wound that continues to bleed. Political instability and leadership crisis. After Jinnah's death, Pakistan's political system began to weaken. Prime Minister Liaquat Ali Khan tried to carry forward Jinnah's vision. He presented the Objectives Resolution in 1949, which laid the foundation for Pakistan's Islamic yet democratic character, asterisk, but in 1951, Liaquat Ali Khan was assassinated in Rawalpindi. His death further deepened the crisis. Between 1947 and 1958, Pakistan saw 7 prime ministers removed one after another. Corruption, power struggles, and weak institutions became common. Asterisk, the bureaucracy and military grew stronger, while democracy weakened. The first constitution and martial law. Pakistan's first constitution was finally adopted in 1956, declaring it the Islamic Republic of Pakistan. But democracy could not stabilize. Asterisk, in 1958, the military stepped in. President Iskandar Mirza abrogated the constitution and declared martial law. Within weeks, General Ayub Khan took control, becoming Pakistan's first military ruler. Asterisk. This began a new era in Pakistan's history, the era of military dominance. Asterisk. Ayub Khan's rule, 1958 to 1969. Asterisk. General Ayub Khan promised stability, reforms, and progress. His government introduced the basic democracy system and a new constitution in 1962. Asterisk. Economically, Pakistan made progress during Ayub's era. Industries grew, agriculture improved with the Green Revolution, and cities like Karachi became trade hubs. The world began to call Pakistan a model of development. Asterisk. But this progress was uneven. The gap between rich and poor widened. East Pakistan, today's Bangladesh, felt ignored and exploited, as most development was focused on West Pakistan. Asterisk. Relations with India again worsened in the 1960s. On the 6th of September 1965, India launched a full-scale attack on Lahore. Pakistan's armed forces and people stood united in defense. The bravery of Pakistani soldiers like Major Aziz Badi and the resilience of civilians became legendary. Narrator voice, dramatic. The nation stood as one. Lahore, Karachi, Siakat, every city echoed with the spirit of sacrifice. For the first time, the world saw Pakistan's unity in the face of aggression. Asterisk. The war ended with a ceasefire brokered by the Soviet Union in Tashkent. Although Pakistan defended its territory, the people felt betrayed when Ayub Khan signed the Tashkent Agreement, as many believed Pakistan could have achieved more. Decline of Ayub and rise of Bhutto and Mujibur Rahman. After the war, Ayub Khan's popularity declined. Economic inequality and political unrest grew. In West Pakistan, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto rose as a popular leader with his slogan of roti, kapra, or makan, bread, clothing, and shelter. Asterisk. In East Pakistan, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman and his Awami League demanded greater autonomy, arguing that East Pakistan was not given its fair share of resources. Asterisk. By 1969, protests and strikes forced Ayub Khan to resign. General Yahya Khan took over, promising free elections. Asterisk. 1970 elections, a turning point. Asterisk. The elections of 1970 were Pakistan's first general elections. Mujibur Rahman's Awami League won a majority, gaining almost all seats in East Pakistan. According to democratic rules, he should have become prime minister. Asterisk. But West Pakistan's leadership, especially Bhutto, resisted this. The deadlock led to political chaos. Asterisk. Civil war and the fall of East Pakistan. 1971. Asterisk. In March 1971, tensions exploded. The Pakistani military launched Operation Searchlight in East Pakistan to crush dissent. This turned into a civil war. Millions of refugees fled to India, and soon India intervened militarily. Asterisk. In December 1971, Pakistan and India went to war again. Within 2 weeks, Pakistan's eastern wing, East Pakistan, separated and became the independent country of Bangladesh. Asterisk. Narrator voice asterisk, it was the darkest moment in Pakistan's history. The dream of unity shattered. From the vision of one Pakistan, two nations emerged. Aftermath: the fall of Dhaka was a shock. The people were heartbroken, but the nation did not give up. Zulfikar Ali Bhutto took over as the new leader of what remained of Pakistan asterisk. Narrator closing asterisk. The first 24 years of Pakistan's history were filled with struggle, sacrifice, and mistakes. The young nation faced wars, crises, and even the tragedy of division. Yet, through it all, Pakistan survived. Its spirit, its people, and its hope endured. For Pakistan, the journey was far from over, and a new chapter was about to begin. Pakistan History Rebuilding and Resilience, 1971-present. Opening scene, narrator voice. Asterisk, 1971 was a year of heartbreak. The dream of a united Pakistan was shattered as East Pakistan became Bangladesh. But history does not end with tragedy. For Pakistan, it was the beginning of a new struggle to rebuild, to rise, and to survive in a complex world. The Bhutto era, 1971 to 1977, after the fall of Dhaka, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto took charge of a broken nation. He promised to rebuild Pakistan's confidence and economy. Narrator: Bhutto gave hope to a nation that had lost faith in itself. Asterisk he introduced land reforms, nationalized industries, and launched welfare programs under his slogan, Roti, Kapra, or Makan, bread, clothing, shelter. Asterisk Bhutto also gave Pakistan its 1973 constitution, still the backbone of the country's legal system today. It declared Pakistan a federal, parliamentary, Islamic republic. Asterisk on the international stage, Bhutto worked to strengthen ties with Muslim countries, hosted the 1974 Islamic Summit in Lahore, and pushed Pakistan to develop its own nuclear program. For security, asterisk, but his rule also saw controversy. Critics accused him of authoritarianism and political repression. In 1977, mass protests erupted, and the military once again stepped in. Asterisk General Ziaul-Haq and Islamization, 1977 to 1988. Asterisk General Ziaul-Haq overthrew Bhutto's government and declared martial law. Bhutto was later executed in 1979, a decision that still divides opinion. Asterisk Zia's era was marked by Islamization policies, Sharia-based laws, Hudud ordinances, and compulsory zakat. His rule also coincided with a global crisis, the Soviet invasion of Afghanistan, 1979. Narrator: suddenly, Pakistan became a frontline state in the Cold War. Asterisk with U.S. and Saudi support, Pakistan trained Afghan mujahideen to fight Soviet forces. This brought billions in aid but also introduced extremism, weapons, and drugs into the region. Asterisk Zia remained in power until 1988. When he died in a mysterious plane crash, democracy returns. The 1990s after Zia's death, democracy returned, but it was unstable. Pakistan swung between two leaders, Benazir Bhutto, daughter of Zulfikar Bhutto, and Nawaz Sharif. Asterisk Benazir became the first woman prime minister of a Muslim-majority country in 1988. Her era promised modernization and women's empowerment, but faced corruption allegations. Asterisk Nawaz Sharif focused on privatization, motorways, and economic reforms, but also clashed with the military. Asterisk the 1990s became a decade of democracy, marked by frequent changes of government, corruption scandals, and weak governance. Nuclear tests of 1998, one of Pakistan's proudest moments, came in May 1998. After India tested nuclear weapons, Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif announced Pakistan's own tests in Chagai, Baluchistan. Narrator dramatic: the mountains of Chagai shook. The world trembled. Pakistan had entered the nuclear club. Asterisk this was seen as a guarantee of Pakistan's survival against external threats. But it also brought international sanctions and economic challenges. Asterisk General Musharraf's rule, 1999 to 2008. Asterisk in 1999, General Pervez Musharraf seized power in a coup. His era began with promises of reform and modernization, Asterisk after the 9/11 attacks in 2001, Pakistan became a key ally of the United States in the war on terror. Billions of dollars of aid flowed in, but Pakistan also faced terrorist attacks, instability, and criticism for double policies. Asterisk Musharraf introduced media freedom, allowed private TV channels, and worked on economic growth. But his dismissal of judges, the Lal Masjid operation, 2007, and the assassination of Benazir Bhutto the same year shook the country. Asterisk facing pressure. Musharraf resigned in 2008. And democracy returned. Democracy consolidates. 2008 to 2018. The next decade saw civilian governments complete their terms, a rare achievement in Pakistan's history. Asterisk. The Pakistan People's Party, PPP, under Asif Ali Zardari, and later the Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz, PMLN, under Nawaz Sharif, focused on infrastructure, energy, and the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, CPEC, asterisk, but corruption scandals, terrorism, and economic instability continued to haunt the country, asterisk in 2013. Pakistan made history with its first democratic transition of power from one elected government to another, asterisk the rise of Imran Khan, 2018 to 2022. Asterisk in 2018, former cricket star Imran Khan and his party PTI came to power, promising a Naya Pakistan, New Pakistan, asterisk his government focused on anti-corruption, welfare projects like the SSO program, and housing schemes. On foreign policy, he tried to balance ties with the U.S., China, and Muslim countries, asterisk, but rising inflation, economic challenges, and political tensions weakened his rule. In April 2022, he was removed through a no-confidence vote, the first in Pakistan's history. Asterisk Pakistan today, 2022 present. Pakistan continues to face complex challenges: economy, high inflation, debt crisis, and IMF dependence. Asterisk. Politics, deep polarization between parties. Security, terrorism resurging in some areas. Climate change. Devastating floods in 2022 displaced millions, asterisk, and yet, through every crisis, Pakistan shows resilience. Its people rebuild homes after floods, rise after earthquakes, and dream of a better tomorrow. Asterisk Pakistan also holds enormous potential. A young population, strategic location, natural resources, and strong armed forces. With stability and vision, it can still rise to greatness. Asterisk closing message, narrator voice, emotional and inspiring. From the ruins of 1971 to the struggles of today, Pakistan's story is not one of defeat but of survival. Nations are not defined by the crises they face but by the spirit with which they overcome them. Pakistan's journey continues, and its future is still being written.